Hi, I'm Mercedes from the Clearwater, Maine Library. Every summer, the Association of Library Services for Children puts out their summer reading list for various ages. The books in this list are selected by children's librarians throughout the country with feedback from parents and children. This particular list that I'm going to talk about is ages birth through preschool, but we have lists for all different ages, and they can be found at any of the Clearwater branch locations or online in the notes on this video. The list that I'm going to talk about today is birth through preschool. While there's 26 titles on this list, I've selected 6 books that I wanted to highlight. So the first one is Up, Up, Down by Kimberly Gee. This is what we call a concept book, which is a book that explores concepts such as the ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, the opposites, and more. This book is a great find for your toddler if you're looking for a book on opposites. It has shows the day of a baby, and I especially like that it has a stay-at-home dad as the character. And he has a very, very active baby, and it shows, on, off, puts all the baby's clothes on, and she takes them right off. So that's a great opposite book. It's very simple and a nice quick read. Another book I want to talk about is called Rain. It's titled Rain by Linda Ashman, and pictures by Christian Robinson. So it starts out and it's a rainy day, which could be good or it could be bad. I guess it depends on how you see it. This character does not find it a good day at all. He has a big scowl on his face. However, this little boy is really happy about it. So it's sort of a tale of positive thinking. The illustrator, I really love Christian Robinson's work, and the other book that you may be familiar with that he did is Last Stop on Market Street, which has the same sort of idea that every day has magic in it if you just look for it. Summer Supper is the next book I want to talk about. It says See Summer Supper Step by Step by Reuben Pfeiffer and Mike Austin. This book has a lot of very short words, and every word in it begins with the letter S, and it's a great exploration of how food goes from farm to family. And I know a lot of families during the shelter-in-place have been creating little gardens in their backyard or in their windowsills, so it's really nice to have a picture book that shows the words and the terms and that go along with the experiences that a child has in their everyday life. So, and like I said, the pictures are just wonderful in here, and they can learn all their terminology and everything that has to do with gardening. Lucia the Luchadora. This is by Cynthia Lenore Garza and illustrated by Alyssa Bermuzd. So, Lucia is a young girl, and she's facing some fears. And one day, her abuela brings out a big box or a big chest and opens it up, and there's a really fancy mask and a cape. And she learns that her abuela was once a luchadora, which is a sort of theatrical wrestling style popular in Mexico, and they wear the mask to conceal their identities. So I also thought this would be a fun read with the children having to wear a mask now during the virus situation. And Lucia's abuela tells her, with a mask you can become anything you dream of. So this sort of gives her the courage to find the courage to face some of her fears. And if you're interested in the history of this wrestling style, they have a little blurb in the back that explains it. The next one is called Tomorrow Most Likely by David Edgar's, picture by Lane Smith. A child anticipates the adventures that he will most likely experience the next day in the city. And picture books are really wonderful for using vocabulary that may not necessarily be heard in everyday conversation. The words are not that rare, they're just not words that you tend to hear all the time. So when you read books like this, it really exposes your child to a wide range of vocabulary. And this book in particular has a really nice example of that. So one of the pages is, there are mountains of time and oceans of faces, canyons of color and skies full of places. Tomorrow most likely will be a great day because you are in it. And the last one I wanted to read is sort of a mishmash of a lot of different styles, A Parade of Elephants by Kevin Hanks. This is a concept book. It has numbers in it. It has opposites. And it also has the most wonderful illustrations of little baby elephants as they're marching and playing, and at the very end of it they are yawning and stretching and lifting their trunks up to the sky. And in the very last page, good night, they're going to sleep. So it also serves as a great bedtime book. So I encourage you to try some of these and any of the other books on the list, and I would love to hear what you think about some of them. Bye!